welcome to the Code Clarity podcast. I'm Jean and I'm delighted today to be joined by not Rena, but Sarah. Sarah is the Managing Director of Hollywood Medical. She's a signatory of many years standing and leads a team of signatory. And in fact, in a previous life for both of us, Sarah, you actually assessed me to do a signatory job. So the question is, Sarah, what makes a bad signatory?
Thank you, Rena. Thank you, Rena. Thank you, Jane, for having me. I think I just went into autopilot. So, Sarah Hollywood, and I think a bad signatory is somebody who, jumps the gun and assumes that they know something at the concept meeting without giving the team an opportunity to discuss through their plans. They tend to be blockers. They're not necessarily approachable. And perhaps, assuming that they know it all rather than, keeping up to date with the latest developments and the latest cases.
Yeah, and we're probably both aware of those people that give signatories a bad name, and we've both worked quite hard to try and counter that and to turn people's opinions around on what makes a good signatory and the value to a team of having a good signatory on board. And there's lots of us out there, but what, in your opinion, what do you look for when you're looking to take on a signatory?
Yeah, I think what I'm looking for is definitely the skills, but really more importantly is the attitude. So I think it's important to recognize that, it's a continuous commitment to lifelong learning. So whilst, you might pass your signatory exam and you're a new signatory and you think, oh, I can sit back and relax. Actually, I've been a signatory for 10 years. And I think what's really important is having the attitude that, you don't know it all, and to continuously go out there and be proactive and learn from other peers and join the conversation on LinkedIn. I see that Code Clarity often posts questions and polls, and I think it's about being part of that conversation and staying up to speed with the developments within the wider industry and practice.
Yeah, because I think there's a lot of it, and especially it feels like now there's a lot of changes coming in. You've got AI as a possibility, and I did supported a company using influencers on TikTok and stuff, things that we never really did in the past. And it's those types of things that it's about using your knowledge and skills of the code, but also then calling on those other experts within the team to explain to you how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think, for me, I think it's really important to be surrounded by a network of really experienced signatories, people that you can call on and ask questions, but also be receptive to receiving their questions, because often they will ring you up and ask you for a sense check, and sometimes they're really good questions and it stops you in your tracks and you have to think about it, consult with, previous case rulings and PMCPA guidance, and do a bit of digging around and, really think about how to overcome something and, have a solution to it.
So I guess, there's the basic skills of, you obviously need to know what the code is, you need to keep up to date with the cases as they're published, and I guess knowing the individual companies that you're working with, their SOPs and procedures. But I think what you're saying is that the most important part of being a good signatory is the attitude and communication. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And, recognizing your gaps and your weaknesses and working towards closing those gaps and weaknesses as well.
Yeah, brilliant. So if you had to give us, what we like some top tips to finish on. What do you think are the 3 top tips about being a good signatory then?
Yeah, I think it's really important to be dynamic and understand the evolving landscape and the environment that we're working in, and because this is going to give the teams a competitive advantage. Being a signatory is about showing true leadership and having those skills and bringing your stakeholders on that journey with you. So, for example, whenever you make a comment in Viva or whatever the approval system is, you're explaining why you've made that decision. And, having a pragmatic and solution-focused mindset is another top tip I would have.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for your time, Sarah. Good to speak to you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.